this thing on?
Hi, my name is Emma.
My first name is spelled Jaysen.
EMMA, and I'm just standing around.
Gavin, happy to be here.
How old are you?
Yep, there you go.
3? That's a fantastic way to say you're 3. I love it.
I'm 5.
That's a microphone.
Ooh.
This is so we can hear your voice.
I think we should move this microphone because I accidentally hit it.
Action.
Asking.
One thing special is I love playing with Legos.
My name's Shane Callahan. I was diagnosed with osteosarcoma 3 years ago.
My name is Olivia Parker. Olivia. I have brain cancer.
Hi, Jerry. It's Stacy Sutter with Cal's Angels. How are you? Very well, thank you. I just wanted to give you a quick call and thank you again for all your support that you continue to give our families. It's truly amazing everything that you're able to do to help these families day after day and bring smiles. So I just wanted to take a minute and thank you so much again. I'm so glad you guys get to come along today. You're gonna be able to see what a typical long, busy day at Cal's Angels is. So it's currently about 9:30 and we are heading down to Lurie Children's Hospital, and I thought, why not stop and see Luke and Christy Starr on the way? They are the parents to Gavin Atchison. He already has epilepsy and autism and now cancer. So their plate is extremely full, and I thought, let's take a stop and see how they're doing.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, so good to see you guys. Thank you so much, you guys, for getting together today. What's going on currently with Gavin? How are all the other kids? How are the two of you?
We're doing really good. Gavin's doing good. He just had chemo on Tuesday.
And he's down to just once a month of actually going to
Right, once a
Lurie's?
month for hospital chemo, and then he gets at-home chemo every night.
Do you remember that day of just as life was going well for you? You guys were newly married, celebrating the blended family of 5 children, Gavin's epilepsy, autism diagnosis, and then to have leukemia dropped on your plate.
He stopped eating and drinking, which is kind of our sign that something's not right with him. So we were actually admitted to the hospital, and the doctor came into the room and he's like, well, he has blast cells in his bone marrow and it's leukemia. My face just went blank, and I remember closing my eyes, and I remember thinking, this can't be happening. This is just not even something that is possible. Like, I couldn't even wrap my head around it.
Sure. The rug was absolutely ripped out from
Absolutely.
underneath you when you least expected it.
Absolutely.
I spent a lot of time thinking why it had to happen to him.
As if the epilepsy and autism isn't enough.
And a lot of time thinking that, the family as a whole, no family should have to go through what our family goes through. And, from those thoughts is when, I basically use that as motivation to just be the best husband and stepdad and father to the kids that I can be.
It's not fun to watch your child be sick. It's not fun to watch them put poison in their body. It's not fun to watch them have blood transfusions and have reactions to the medications. I mean, Gavin's had every type of reaction to a medication possible.
How are you feeling today?
Better?
Yeah?
But we said we were going to fight it with everything we had, and that we were going to do this together as a family, that Gavin needed all of us right now to pull together.
When he was diagnosed and we were in the hospital for, weeks or a month at a time, we would try and plan something to do something other than chemo or inpatient hospital stays.
Is there anything in particular that you can think about in the last 2.5 years that have really been impactful for the whole family to get out and experience together?
Yeah, pretty much every Cal's event there ever was. I say it kind of jokingly, but I'm not joking at all. Those things are really special.
I know Gavin enjoyed his trip to the North
gosh.
Pole.
He loved it.
The flight.
Loved it. It was the whole day of just like little treats all day.
It was really just magical.
That's awesome. I think magical is the #1 word for the day, without a doubt.
Knowing that Cal's Angels is there to support us gives us peace of mind and gives us confidence that maybe some families down the road won't have to do what we do.
Cal's Angels has given us so much, so the least we can do is be a part of these things and try to raise awareness and be supporters of you guys, because you guys are always there for us.
Thank you for allowing us to
Absolutely.
do the walk with you.
Absolutely.
Cal's Angels.
It's an organization that does a whole lot of fun stuff.
Wishes, awareness, and research.
And they also did my Christmas lights.
I was on the 17th floor of Lurie's Children's Hospital. I heard that we were gonna have a pizza party.
What's better, Cal's Angels or Chuck E. Cheese? You can be honest.
Chuck E. Cheese.
I thought so.
Chuck E. Cheese! I went back, and then there was the ice cream.
They also brought a whole lot of toys.
If you can get a hug, they always give you a hug. They always want to make you feel like you're not in a hospital, you're out in the world just having a conversation with them.
When Cal's Angels comes to the hospital, it makes it so much better because the hospital is so boring.
Just feeling that reassurance that you're not in this alone.
They're super duper happy.
They're awesome.
I never dance when Cal's Angels is not there.
I love Cal's Angels.
Makes me feel really happy.
That was great, visiting with Luke and Christine, just getting caught up on their family and hearing how Gavin's doing. All these stories from these families, you know, it takes you right back to the front line that we lived with Cal. You try to block it out of your mind, and then the minute you sit with them and you hear, it puts you right back front and center and remembering everything that Cal went through and the suffering and the torment that his body went through. And it's horrible to listen to and know that all these other children are going through it. Now we are heading down to see Dr. Stu at Lurie Children's Hospital. I'm super excited to find out what our funding for our clinical trial, what the latest update is. Hi, Dr. Stu.
How are you, my friend?
Great to see you.
You too, always. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Where is the funding today? You know, we talk about research being the black hole, and that's something that Cal's Angels, you know, does not want to ever fund. Can you bring me up to date a little bit on that?
Sure. There's so much excitement about what's happening today and what I see happening in the near future here at Lurie Children's Hospital. Not only are you helping us fund clinical trials, but this drug screening, which helps us to pick the right drugs for those trials, is something that I think was one of the most innovative approaches, that when we sat and talked about where can we really make a difference. And these are the kind of clinical trials that are so novel, but Cal's Angels is helping us to develop. We're able to take a child's tumor, and we can grow that child's tumor in the same anatomic location in a mouse.
Wow.
And what we can then do is treat the mouse with all the drug screening that we're trying to do to develop new and more precise therapies.
For the Cal's donors, it's right here in our backyard. The money is staying right here in our backyard off of tissues of Cal's kids.
There's lots of trials I would like to do, but we don't have necessarily the funds to make those trials happen. So we are dependent on the generosity and philanthropy of people like yourselves and all your supporters. This partnership makes such a difference to the kids we treat and for the kids we hope to treat in the future. I have my clinic many days when Cal's Angels is here. I can tell when you're here before you tell me you're here, because it's palpable. I can see it as the kids move into my clinic, how it brightens their day, and they just know so many people care about them and their condition. You bring a sense of excitement, you bring us a sense of motivation. It's like starting afresh. I'm so motivated to make things happen, and your partnership is a big part of that.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Stu. We are honored and humbled to be walking alongside this pediatric cancer world with you.
4% of cancer research funding goes to pediatric cancer. 4%.
That's not a lot.
I don't feel like anybody really talks about it.
100% is a lot.
4% is almost nothing.
I'm worth more than 4%. Oh, maybe I should donate some money so I can help other kids. Be bold, go gold.
Adults usually have lived their life, done what they wanted, they have a job, they have kids. We haven't lived our life, we haven't done anything. I feel like it should be 50-50, but It's just how it works and how adults get more donation to research than kids.
That is no fair. Because it's harder, because I'm a kid, and we don't get as much funding.
It's about 5:15 and we're heading over to see Esther Lee. She's an amazing woman and mother. Her oldest daughter, Ava, passed away from leukemia just 2 years ago. So I'm really looking forward to seeing her and Mike and the kids and see how they're doing.
Hello. It's so good to see you. Oh my goodness, you've gotten so big.
It's so good to see you, Esther.
It's good to see you too.
Life keeps on going, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So I'd love to ask you how you are. We're closing in already on 2 years without your oldest child, Ava.
Yeah, that night on January 1st of 2017, my life was forever changed. 1 minute into the new year, she passed away, and I walked out of that hospital 4 hours later with just a pair of her pink boots, you know, that she had come in without her for the first time by my side. I think the first year, you know that she's gone, but you're hoping that it's still a dream. And then the second year, you kind of wake up and you realize this is life now.
And I'm here with you.
You know, I think quite possibly the most devastating thing you can hear, other than the time of death of your child, is that there's nothing more that can be done for your child, because you feel so helpless.
As you know, children are way behind in where we are in the treatment. Does it frustrate you? How can we change that? What's your thoughts?
I'm not sure why there's not more research done for children. I'm being told that it's because childhood cancer is so rare, but it's not rare when it happens to your child. That's got to change, you know, and I just love the mission of CALS and how it's changed from this wish-granting component, which is amazing, and we needed that during our time of hardship and struggle. We really needed to find joy. The fact that CALS is now adding all of these things and putting the wishes, the awareness, and the research together, it's amazing to see where you've come from and where you're going. And I know with all of these different things, we can really make an impact. And so I'm really excited to see that.
Best friends and sisters.
So how is Gwen today?
Should we ask her?
I would love to.
Okay,
yeah,
great.
let's get her.
At night, I ask God to tell Ava that we say hi and that we really miss her.
Oh, I love that. That's really nice. And before we leave, I want you to see the van we now have. She is on the back of the van. There's this. You saw it? A huge picture? Yes. Because everybody at CALS Angels absolutely adores your sister and you, and we wanted her to be with us every day. And we wanted everyone in the whole world to see her beautiful face. I really miss her.
Me too.
You too? Yeah?
You know, CALS was kind of like the bookends to our journey. You were there in the beginning, you were there in the end, and at both points you marked it with love, and so I hold you very dear to my heart.
That's good.
You love her as much as I loved her, and you continue to help her life be the legacy that I think it was meant to be, you know, to spur other people on to join this journey, to battle cancer and to make sure that no other kid has an outcome like her. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
And now that she's gone, I'm realizing that our roles don't change. We all still have a part to play in this cancer journey. We don't just give up now that our daughter's gone, but we continue to play our part, which is to spread awareness and to do whatever we can so that another child doesn't have to go through this. Another family doesn't have to walk out of the hospital with just their child's shoes.